Hello, class. How was your lunch break? Did you have a good one? I did. Okay, today we're going to start a new book called Basil Brush Finds Treasure. Okay, this was written by a British author, Peter Herman. Peter Herman. Have you ever heard of his name? Maybe not. Okay, he created lots of, he produced children's program using basil brush and became very popular for years and years. I think at least for close to 20 years. British author, and also he's an illustrator. Does anybody know what an illustrator does? Illustrator illustrates stories in a picture. Okay, pictures. So he wrote this book as well as he illustrated. So he's an author and an illustrator. Okay, Basil Brush was very popular, and there are a series of books. If you search on the internet, you will see a bunch of TV shows, children's shows of the past. Now, this is about treasure hunt. Has anybody read a book of treasure hunt? Or have you heard any stories? Or somebody told you the story, read you a storybook about treasure hunting? Yeah, I see some of the hands. Okay. Was it scary? Was it interesting? Yeah. Okay. Let me tell you a little bit about book. Any book, either treasure hunting or whatever, there's always the beginning and the middle and end. At what point was a treasure discovered in your story that you read? Was it ending? At the end, okay. What about you? The middle? Yeah, that's possible. The treasure was discovered in the middle. Now this book, we don't know yet when the treasure is going to be discovered. What we're going to cover today is the beginning. Beginning. We'll see if the treasure is discovered in the beginning or we have to wait for next week. Okay, now let's read. I'm going to read and you just follow the screen. Basil Brush works in the garden. He works in the forest. He watches the seagulls on the cliffs. He plays ball games with Harry. Harry is a mole. Harry likes doing all these things, but best of all, Harry likes digging. He digs in the garden, he digs in the forest, he digs near the cliffs and makes friends with the seagulls. One day, Basil was very busy. He was clearing out the summer house. "I wish you would help me, old chap," he says to Harry. "I can find you a much more useful job than digging." "But digging is very useful," said Harry. "I find many useful things. I have already found a rusty key, a 6-inch nail, and an old clay pipe. Who knows, one day I might even find a treasure." "Aha! Yes, one day," laughs Basil. "Treasure will be very useful. Now come on and help me here." That's a good chap. So Harry and Basil cleared out the summer house. They found boxes, empty lemonade bottles, and broken deck chairs. Not very useful things to find. "Look," said Harry. "This might be useful. I found an old leather bag." He opened the bag and looked inside. He saw a pair of goggles, a bucket of sand, a fishing line, and a teddy bear. "They are the things I left behind last year," said Harry. "I thought I had lost my teddy bear." What's his name? Asked Basil. He never had one, said Harry. What? Cried Basil. A teddy bear without a name? A nameless bear, how sad! A poor lost nameless teddy bear. How very sad. I was very fond of him, said Harry, but I could never find a name for him. Then I lost him. Shall I call him Lost? What do you think? Do you think it's a good name? I don't think so. But anyway, this is what we're going to talk and learn today. Now, are there any words you didn't understand today? Oh, you understand, but you weren't sure about, okay, useful. The word useful, that's new. Okay, let's see. Now, I have a pencil here. Is pencil useful for eating? Mm-hmm. Is fork useful for eating? Yes. So, pencil is not useful for eating. It's useful for writing. Yes, yes. And fork is useful for eating. Fork is not useful for writing or what else? It can make noise. It's useful for making noise, right? So you know how to use useful. The word useful is a very useful word. You can use it at home. Okay, I'm going to introduce you a new concept with the tone. Was it scary? Was it a friendly tone? Or what do you think? The writer can decide whatever tone he wants the reader to feel. What did you feel? Do you think Harry and Basil are friends? Or are they going to get into fight soon? What feeling did you get? Friendly. Friendly relationship. How can you tell that? In his writing, he's giving you a hint. That's right. They are playing ball games together. And that shows they are friends. So the tone Peter Furman is choosing is a friendly tone. So you can enjoy, without fear, you can enjoy reading along. Okay? Now, there are important things I want you to notice. Okay, looking at the screen again. There's something that are not English alphabets. What are they? Can you point? You may not know the names, but probably you noticed those things, funny things. They're called quotation marks. And of course, you're used to period and commas, right? What if you don't have any of them in a book? What do you think? What will happen? Right, it's very difficult to read. The words and sentences go on and on and on and on, and you don't know where to stop. So it's hard to read. You may be out of breath. When is it going to end? So a sentence has to end somewhere with a period, or sometimes comma, and then move on. For instance, I am a teacher, period. I can start a new sentence. I am a mother, period. And another sentence, I have a sister, period. So 3 sentences, 3 periods, right? Now, I can also put them together saying, I'm a teacher and a mother, comma, and I have a sister. So you can use 1 comma or 2 commas, make it one long sentence. So it is very useful. Punctuation is very useful. Yes, useful. So we will practice those later on in the class. Okay?